Hey, happy new year. I'm Mart, and Mart plays Merble. So that's today. And yeah, welcome in one person. That's probably me on my phone. Um yeah, we're just gonna start because that's what I do. So I'm playing I'm on a quest. On a quest to play through 42 custom villains with the four same four decks, and then rate them. So I'll probably get to 10 and quit, but until then, we're gonna keep moving. I did one. I've done one. Not on the channel either, so that's pretty cool, I guess. But today, the random number generator gave us Super Adaptoid by Epic. There's an Epic down here. Oh, actually, real quick, I wanted to. It took away my mouse. Ah, now can you see my mouse? Hey, I think it might be a little easier to follow if you can see the hand. So yeah, the hand is here. So we're playing Super Adaptoid. Um, and I've just pulled out the modulars and stuff. I haven't looked at them at all, so we're gonna do that together. So we've got Destroy the City, 1A main scheme contents. We got Super Adaptoid 1 and 2 for standard because that's what we're playing. So Super Adaptoid, State of Emergency, Streets of Mayhem, Under Attack, Standard, and the Doomsday Chair are all in here. So it's a thick boy deck. Um, and then let's look at Super Adapt. Let's just do the setup here. So we're gonna discard cards from the encounter deck until we discard an adaptation attachment. Adaptation attachment. Reel that card. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And I do have my uh obligation here. I need to try and get better, but I'm gonna try and do this. Boom, boom, boom. We're playing Gamora. So I did shuffle her obligation here already, and if it comes up, during this discard, I'll just shuffle it back in after. All right, so we're looking for an adaptation. Okay, so we need to shuffle that back in afterwards. Aha. We've got Ant-Man suit. So let's shuffle this back in. We'll get that Ant-Man suit in a second. And then we're going to reveal that card. So this has 2 counters on it. I'm going to try and put it where it's not covered in the art if I can. And then we're going to go to 1B. So we've got 3 threat to start down here. Destroy the city. Is there? No, here we go. After stopping AIM and Hydra from getting the Cosmic Cube, the Super Adaptoid arrives and captures its power, allowing it to adapt to anything. These new powers, it declares that the best way to adapt is to kill. Okay. This is I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, he's definitely got Captain America's shield, and Hawkeye's things maybe, or Thor. I don't know. He's just like a mishmash, hodgepodge. All right, so this goes up by 1 threat per player every round, and a forced response when an adaptation attachment would be discarded from play, it gets shuffled into the encounter deck instead. Okay, and if this is the only scheme, so if this gets completed, we lose. Oops. All right, let's look at Super Adaptoid. He's an AIM android, 1 scheme, a star attack. It says Super Adaptoid's attack is equal to the character with the highest attack you control. Okay. So he's just adapting to our strength. That's cool. And a force interrupt. When Super Adaptoid schemes, we place 1 adapt counter on the adaptation attachment. Attached to Super Adaptoid with the lowest adapt counters on it. Woo! Adapt. Okay, so every time he schemes, we're gonna look at all the adaptation attachments he has, and the one that has the lowest amount of counters gets 1 more counter. That's cool. So let's look at Ant-Man's suit now. This gives him it has two uses or 2 counters. Forced interrupt. When the Super Adaptoid attacks, remove 1 adapt counter that attacking piercing. Okay. That's pretty simple. Cool. So we're playing boom. We are playing Gamora Aggression. So the 4 decks I'm taking through this little quest of mine is Gamora Aggression, Spider-Man Leadership, Ironheart, Justice, and Black Widow Protection. So the goal is to get cards from all over the release cycles and see if we can find some balanced villains, and yeah. So here we go. We are gonna shuffle our deck, and we've got a hand size of 6. Oops, starting out hot. Starting out hot. Okay, so there's 3 threat on here, so we have a little bit of thwarting to do. So his attack is equal to the character I control's highest attack. So Gamora has an attack of 2. So he'll probably most of the time have an attack of 2. Cool. So let's see. Clear the area. I guess if I attack him first, if I play an attack card, I could get an attack card with. I could play press the advantage. I don't think I'd want either of these press the advantages because he's not going to be stunned or confused, and I'm probably not going to play the concussive blow. Okay, let's draw back up from there. Okay, we got a third press the advantage. All right, let's go ahead and use Gamora's. I'm not going to go over Gamora's kit because I'm going to assume that you play Marvel Champions if you're watching. If not, then we'll learn as we go, kind of. So her action is look at the top card of your deck. If it's an attack or thwart event, draw it once per round. Let's look. It is not. It is an event, but it's a tactic. So that just goes back on top. Okay. Let's flip up. I definitely want to play Gamora Sword. If I... Man, I really needed to get that card draw for the extra. If I get Plan of Attack and I draw a card, I could use that to play Press the Advantage. That would let me thwart for 1. But then I can't pay for Clear the Area. So I think I'm going to do this. So let's pay the energy and the Press the Advantage for Gamora's Sword, which is a weapon, restricted. After I play any attack event, I get to deal damage to an enemy. Okay. Then we're going to just thwart for 2. Oh, yeah, I gotta... It's going to take me a while to get used to that. Okay. Thwart for 2. We're going to play Clear the Area, I think, using our Plan of Attack. Oh, but we know that... Yeah, that's fine. So we'll remove 2 threat from a scheme. If it removes the last one, we get to draw a card. So let's draw a card. We know it's going to be this. And then let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to search. We're going to do Plan of Attack, search the top 4 for an attack event. Okay. Kind of hoping for an aggression one. Oh. Okay, so we can't take this. We can't take... Or I guess we could take this. We're not going to be able to play anything. I was hoping for a 2-cost aggression event. But I do think setting myself up for next turn with this is good with my power of aggression. So let's draw this. We'll shuffle the rest in. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. And we'll end our turn there. So we're going to ready everything. And our hand size is now 5, so we'll draw 3. Oh, mama. Ooh. I could cross counter. I need this. No, I don't. Ooh. Okay, let's see. All right, let me hit this. All right. Here we go. Villain phase. 1 on the main scheme. Adaptation attachment will be discarded. Okay. Super Adaptoid is going to activate against me. His attack is 2 because my highest attack is 2. Plus, when he attacks, we're going to remove 1 and it gains piercing, which is fine. So let's go back to me. So we're getting hit for 2. I think we're just going to take it. So we're going to deal a boost. Deal a little boosty. It's a 1, so we'll take the 3. Discard the boosty. And then we get our encounter card. The Doomsday Chair. Gross. That's a terrible first card. When revealed, if MODOK's not in play, search the encounter deck and discard power from MODOK and put him into play. Why gotta do me like that? There's so many cards in this deck. Let's see. MODOK should be labeled. Here he is. And I think the only note is that he is supposed to, for this scenario, he should have the aim trait, I believe. I think the creator made a custom version of MODOK for this modular set where he has the aim trait. I don't know if there are cards that interact with that or not. I'm assuming there are, but this is part of like a 3-part campaign, so it might not be this scenario, but just for all intents and purposes, we will put an aim there. So he's in play, which is some garbage. Gross. What a terrible, terrible first card. We get 2 cards out of that. All right, well, it's back to me. He's got Retaliate 2. I mean, it's worth killing him this early on because there's 44 cards left. If I play a drop kick, I could stun him, hit him for 4, draw a card, hit him again with Gamora Sword, and I'll take 2 damage. That's okay. I think I can take the 2. And I could cross counter it, actually. That could be worth it. It's when I would take, when I would take any amount of damage from at 3. Okay, let's start by playing a drop kick. Oh, but I want to save. Now I need one. I want my other drop kick for him. So let's pay these 3 for a drop kick. It says deal 4 to an enemy, so we're gonna deal 4 to MODOK. And here we go. If I paid only using physical resources, which I did, wild, physical, I get to stun that enemy. He's stunned. And draw a card. Now I do take the Retaliate too. Holy drop kicks. Oh, and okay, so this is a Retaliate, so I take the 2. And then Gamora Sword says after I play an attack, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Let's just deal 1 to Super Adaptoid because another drop kick will kill him. And I get to I drew the card. But then I also get to trigger my finesse response after playing attack event, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Boom. I think this Doomsday chair might just be out forever here. Well, I could thwart right now. I almost need to flip down here and play Conditioning Room. I think I want to do that. So let's flip down, heal for 3. Play a Conditioning Room. Let's do upgrades on this row. Allies, upgrades. Whoa. Supports. Alright, Conditioning Room is in play. We're going to use this. Exhaust it. Return the bottommost attack or thwart event from my discard pile to my hand. Heal 1 damage from Aura. So exhaust this. I guess the easiest way is this way. Okay, so it's going to be press the advantage. And then I heal 1 from Gamora. And that's it. So we're ready up. I don't think I want to hang on to press the advantage. I want to try and get physical resources here. So we'll draw 5. We got Nick. Nick. He can draw 3. Ooh, okay. All right. So, villain phase. Destroy the city. This goes up by 2 now because there's an acceleration token. So 2. He's going to scheme. So he schemes for 1 plus 3 for a total of 4 up to 6. And it says when he schemes, so I guess I should have done this before, we place 1 counter here on the adaptation attachment with the least amount of adapt counters on it. Now, MODOK's going to scheme for 2 up to 8. And we get our counter card. Advance. This might be a quick game, guys. 1. And when he schemes, he gets a counter. Holy triple boosts. Jeez. Homie's up to 1 from 0 to 12. Get out of here. I guess the other Doomsday chair thing is gone, but good lord. Alright, well, it's back to me. Wasn't the worst thing, but man, I gotta do some Thornton now. I don't have a lot of Thornton in this deck. Okay, let's start with the conditioning room. We'll flip this. It's probably the other. I would say it's probably the other. Press the advantage. That lets me heal one. We're gonna flip up. We're gonna spend 2, 3, 4 for old Saint Nick. And I'm gonna draw 3 off of that. Okay, so we're gonna spend 1 for Keen Instincts. It's an upgrade. We're gonna. So that's 1, 2, 3. I think that's worth it for the drop kick here. Oh wait, so 1. Yeah. So we're gonna play a drop kick. So we're gonna use our Keen Instincts for a wild resource. We're going to use our martial prowess for a physical resource, and we're going to use set the pace for a physical resource. It's 3 physical resources. We're going to deal 4 to an enemy. All right, chump, get out of here. And I don't take the retaliate since he dead. And let's see, if I paid just using physical, which I did, he'd be stunned, but more importantly, I get to draw a card. Not what I was hoping for. And now I get to trigger all my responses here. So I did play an attack event, so I get to deal 1 damage to an enemy. And after I play an attack event, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So we're going to do 1 damage to an enemy, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Nick is going to thwart for 2. And Gamora is going to thwart for 2 as well. Can't play either of these. So I think I just hold. I definitely want the threat one. I think I'm going to pitch this for now. Ready up. Draw 4. Yeah, I was hoping for another Keen Instincts. Perfect. And an Ironheart. Nice. Okay. Villain phase. This goes up by 2. The Doomsday Chair. He's going to scheme. Or sorry, he's going to attack. He has an attack of 2. Nick is going to block it. And so we are going to remove one of these counters, and it has piercing. That's okay. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 is dead. And we get our encounter card. Perfectly adapted. When revealed hero, the Super Adaptoid deals indirect damage to you equal to the amount of adaptation attachments in play. So that is 1. 1. Okay, not bad. And it's back to me. So the first thing we're going to do is play this other Keen Instincts. Ugh. I wonder if before I do that, though, if I spend 1, 2... Yeah, let's do this. Let's spend 1 and 2 for Nebula. After Nebula enters play, I get to search my deck for an attack or thwart even. Excuse me. Set the pace seems good, but isn't there a 0? Yes, this is what I want. Okay, we took the acrobatic move, which is a 0 cost attack event. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because I have to spend it to put this card out. Derp. So actually, in that case, I might want to hold that for another turn. Is there an expensive event I can get rid of? Concussive blow. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take concussive blow instead. Shuffle. We're gonna spend our concussive blow for Keen Instincts. Use both our Keen Instincts to play forward momentum, which is a thwart. I get to remove 3 from a scheme. I did not play an attack event, so I don't get the extra 2. So 3. And after we got precision, after I play a thwart event, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Down to 15. We're going to if we thwart for 4, we could flip down and just have a big turn. I think we do that. Let's thwart for 4. I know I'm not really in much danger, but like that threat control. Flip down. We'll hit the conditioning room. Concussive blow, it's fine. Take the heal. Ready up. I'm going to discard concussive blow. And we're drawing 6. Alright, enemy turn. This goes up by 2. He schemes. When he schemes, he's going to place 1 on this attachment. He schemes for 1 plus 2. 3. And our encounter card is Warehouse District Environment. Surge. So let's just get that Surge while we're thinking about it. When revealed, discard each other setting environment in play. That's fine. Each character in play gains steady. Okay. I guess we'll put this... Or am I not going to forget this? There. Okay, steady. I need to... I guess we'll just try and remember. Bad about steady is like the one thing I'm terrible at remembering. That's okay. We'll try and remember that. And that surges into... Whoops. Hawkeye's bow. An adaptation weapon. Attached to Super Adaptoid. Alright, he's got a second attachment. 2 counters. His attacks gain range now, and he has +1 scheme, force interrupt. When the Super Adaptoid attacks, remove 1 adapt counter. That attack confuses the target of the attack. That's way worse than this one. This one just gives piercing. This one gives +1 scheme, confuses, and ranged. Oof. Okay. Sorry, let me take a sip real quick. Alrighty. Not too bad. Not too bad yet. So here we go. Back to me. We're gonna hit the conditioning room. Get an extra event. Press the advantage. And a heal for 1, but I'm at max, so we'll flip up. Nebula's gonna chump. So we'll leave her there. It's a funky hand. So I guess let's just hit an acrobatic move, deal 2 to an enemy. And I'm gonna hit my response, which lets me thwart for 1. From finesse. And then we do the same thing, but with precision with set the pace, which is remove 1 threat from a scheme, and that will let me... Oh, you know what I also missed, though? I played an attack event, and I have Gamora's sword here. So I get to deal 1 more damage. Okay. Then I'm going to play set the pace, which removes 1 threat from a scheme. And then with the precision, that lets me, when I play a thwart event, I get to deal 1 damage. Okay. What are we at on threat? 5. It's like, do I even need the downtime? I might as well put it out. So let's keen instincts, clear the area. I'm not gonna actually clear it, but that's okay. Down to 3. We'll also keen instincts for a press the advantage. So that's deal 2 damage. If he were stunned or confused, I get to draw a card. He is not, but Gamora's sword lets me ping him for 1 more. And I think we'll spend the cross counter to play a downtime. Okay. I'm going to put that with the support row because it feels like it should be there. And then with Gamora, we'll smack him for 2. We're going to leave Nebula out for chump. Some chump action, and we're going to ready. I'm only drawing 4, so I'm not going to deck out. Oops, more. Perfect. And the villain turn. So this goes up by 2 to 5. He's going to attack me, so let's see all this. So my highest attack is still 2, so he has an attack of 2. But it's going to gain, we're going to remove 1 of these. It has piercing, and we're going to remove 1 of these. And the attack confuses the target of the attack. So that happens before, it looks like, because this says when he attacks. So technically, Nebula is going to block, so... Oh, wait. It doesn't say when he initiates an attack. So it's when he attacks. So that means it would confuse the target. Yeah. Wait. I think Nebula is technically the target now that she's the defender. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. So Nebula is gonna technically become confused, and then let's see what the boost is. Enough. And this says when an adaptation attachment would be discarded from play. I don't think this is in play. A boost card. So I think that actually goes, but these would get shuffled back in. Okay, so she's all kinds of dead. Big dead. And then we get our encounter card. Another Ant-Man suit. Comes in with 2 counters. So now he's got double piercing. Okay. Back to me. Spider-Girl. Clear the area. Acrobatic move. I guess let's start with an acrobatic move. Let's deal 2. And then I'm going to trigger her hero ability, which lets me thwart for 1. And then I get to trigger her sword and hit for 1 more there. I kind of want Spider-Girl out so I can just jump with her. I almost want him to attack so I can get rid of that bow. So let's play Spider-Girl. There are no minions in play, so I'm not going to stun and confuse anybody. We'll keen instincts for a clear the area for 2, and trigger the. I can't remember. It's finesse or. So we play it's precision when we play a thwart event. But we got our little ping off, so that's fine. Spider-Girl's going to hit for 2. And he's going to die. So here we go. On to stage 2. Got 20 hit points. Aim android. 2 scheme now. His attack is still equal to the character of the highest attack I control, so still 2. Force interrupt when he schemes, place 2 adapt counters. Place 2 adapt counter. Should be counters on the adaptation attachment. The adaptation attachment attached. Super Adaptoid. Those adapt counters on it. Adapt. Okay, so everything stays the same, but now he gets 2 counters when he schemes. Scheme goes up by 1. Okay. All right, back to or it's still on me. Whoops. And I think I'm just gonna smack him for 2 with Gamora. I think that's all I can do. Down to 18. So back to over here. We're gonna ready up, draw. Okay, we decked out. We get an encounter card. Shuffle up. 3 more cards to the villain. This goes up by 2. He's gonna attack, so he's gonna remove 1. Oops. It has piercing. Remove 1. It has piercing. Remove 1. So this confuses the target, which is going to be Spider-Girl. Sorry, I'm just trying to think in my head about the wording here. It's like technically this is a uses, so this would get discarded. Because this is when he attacks. So I guess it still gets ranged. So which is fine because we don't have retaliate anyways. So this is gonna get discarded now though. When it would be discarded, it gets shuffled back in instead. So he would be confusing Spider-Girl's defending, but she's just gonna die anyway, so I'm not gonna do it. He hits for 2. That's enough. And we get 2 encounter cards. So our first encounter card is an Adaptoid. 4 health android minion. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard an adaptation attachment. Reveal that card. Okay. Thor's hammer. This is cool. I like this the theme of this. It's kind of like Taskmaster. All right, isn't this what Taskmaster does? Like copies not the villain in the game, but like the villain in the lore. Kind of copies the heroes, I thought. This one, I don't know if he's like stealing their weapons or what. So Thor's hammer gives him +1 attack. 2 uses, force interrupt when the super adaptoid attacks. Remove 1 counter. That attack stuns the target of the attack. So a lot like the bow, but it stuns. So these Ant-Man suits are definitely the least bad of them. That's not bad at all. Just piercing. Getting stunned and adding +1 attack is bad, or getting confused and +1 scheme is bad. But that's okay. So that's our first. Okay, so let's see. That was from the Adaptoid minion. Adaptoid scheme and attack are equal to the scheme and attack of the Super Adaptoid. Okay, so he's just the exact same. And we've got Sewer Tunnels. Surge. When revealed, discard each other setting environment in play. Okay, Warehouse District's out of here. We've got the Sewer Tunnels. Let's do the Surge real quick. Each character in play gains Retaliate 1. Okay. Into the Citywide Crisis. When revealed, resolve each when revealed ability on each side scheme in play. No. We're getting MODOK back. Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. So there's so many ways to fish for MODOK. I don't know if I've ever played with. Maybe I have played with State of Emergency. I've not played with the Hood modulars too much, so some of this stuff is still new to me. But that's a cool card. Except for that, I get MODOK. I don't like that. But back to me. So with the Sewer Tunnels, MODOK has Retaliate 3. That's crazy. So we're probably just not gonna fight him. I don't think. I don't see a point. Okay, but Steady is gone, which means I could confuse the Super Adaptoid with my Concussive Blow. I do like that, especially with the Keen Instincts. I could play. Oh, I could stun him too. He's got 2. He's got 2. 4. Trying to think. It's probably not worth flipping down yet, so maybe I just drop kick him instead. Let's use the Concussive Blow. And Mockingbird for martial prowess. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna pay for dropkick with all of these. So we've got Keen Instincts, that's 1 resource. Keen Instincts, that's 1 resource. Martial Prowess, that's a physical resource for a dropkick. Deal 4 to an enemy. If I paid using only physical, stun the enemy, draw a card. I'm actually thinking about taking out the Adaptoid here. Now let's stun the villain. 1, 2, 3, 4. He does have Retaliate, so I take a damage. Does he have anything else? No. So I do get to draw a card. And I play an attack event, so I get to deal damage to an enemy. And I get Finesse, so I'll remove 1 threat from a scheme. Okay. I guess I could cross counter that. There's no point, though, I don't think. Let's smack him for 2 more here. Oh, sorry, he should be stunned. You stunned. I smacked him for 2 more. I take 1 more back from the Retaliate. And that ends my turn. So we're going to ready up. Yeah, let's keep these. Draw 3. Villain turn. Oops. This starts by getting 2 on it. Super Adaptoid initiates an attack against me, but he is stunned. Then down to my minions. His is the Adaptoid's attack is equal to Super Adaptoid's, which is right now 2. So he smacks me for 2. I retaliate for 1. MODOK smacks me for 2. Yeah. Trying to think if I should play cross counter. Yeah, let's play cross counter. I mean, I guess let's play cross counter. So I would be taking 2 damage. This says when I would take any amount of damage, prevent 3, deal 1 to an enemy. We're just going to deal 1 to Super Adaptoid. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. We will do that. And then technically this is a new phase. This is an attack and a thwart event, so we get to trigger both of these. And the Gamora sword. So that means we get to do 2 more damage. and thwart for one more. So 2 more, 1 more. It's crazy. She got so much little like ping damage to keep track of. I think I'm not missing anything, but I might be. Okay, so that was MODOK's attack against me, and then we get our encounter card. Assault. The villain attacks me. Stinky. Because I'm going to get stunned here. Okay, so we're going to remove one from here. Remove one from here. Is that right? Yeah. And remove one from here. So these are gone. The attack still is piercing. These shuffle back in. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting the timing right here. Because they say when he attacks, and if it's a uses, then as soon as the last one gets removed, it should be discarded, which means it immediately gets shuffled back in. It might be before, like when he initiates. I think he was supposed to deal the boost out to me first. So if this is one of those 2 cards, I'll just get a different boost. I'm just gonna. Oh, I only have six. I only have 6 health. So he's attacking for 3 right now. All right, let's defend, I guess. Ooh, I am glad I did because I would have died. So 3, 6. I take 4. He gets retaliated against. Wow, that was and I'm stunned because of this. Uh-oh. I got time if I want to flip down. Okay, back to me. I could deal 4. I'm at 7. Oh, I'm stunned anyways. Gross. Let's do plan of attack. Look at the top 4. We'll take press the advantage. Shuffle these in. I'm gonna do it again. We'll take the acrobatic move. Oops. All right, we're gonna play acrobatic move and get rid of our stunned. Then can we concussively blow him? 1, 2, concussive blow. Oh wait, 1, 2, and 3. Yes, we can. So attack. Confuse an enemy. You are confused. If I paid with only physical resources, which I did, deal 3 damage to that enemy. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna retaliate for 1. Down to 1. I did play an attack event, so that hits him for 1 more. And I get my finesse or whatever it is, where I get to thwart for 1. Then I'm gonna flip down. We're gonna use conditioning room. Concussive blow. Heal 1. Ready up. How much health does he have? 3. Okay, we'll keep the concussive blow. Drawn 5. This should be it here. This goes up by 2. He's gonna scheme, but he's confused. So then we go down here. Adaptoid and MODOK both scheme for 2, so that's a total of 4. And we get our encounter card, which is an advance. Of course it is. Alright, so now when he schemes, we're going to place 2 counters on this. He schemes for 2 plus 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Back to us. I'm going to heal for 3. Flip up. Acrobatic move, which is deal 2. And then we'll deal 1 with Gamora's sword. For the GGs. I should have taken 1 for the retaliate. And then the response would have killed him. But nice. Yeah, I'm interested to see more of this guy. We're gonna just jump right into the next hero against him and see how they fare. I like the idea of the attachments and everything, and the setting modulars. For sure, though, not all of these attachments are created equal, I don't think. Some of them are really bad, and I guess maybe the Ant-Man one's the only one I've seen that's like meh. I guess it also depends on who you're playing. Okay, let's see. So this goes back 18. This goes back down to 3. Oh, get rid of this. 0 starts at 3. And the setup was we're going to discard until we get an adaptation attachment. The bow. Yeah, I think I got lucky with that, with the Ant-Man's being the first one, because now he's going to start confusing me for 2 attacks. Okay. So let's go with, oh, you know what I just realized? I need to take out Gamora's obligation and put in whoever I'm playing with. Where are you, Gamora's? Here you are. Okay, so this can go back to Gamora with her nemesis set. You know, right here, let's just do Spider-Man leadership. So Spider-Man's thing now gets shuffled in after the setup. Modulars there. This is a leadership deck, and this is a an old leadership deck that I pulled. All these I pulled from Marvel CDB, just like top voted. And I wanted to pull them from different times in the game's life. So this is a pretty old deck. I think it was like from 2020, where obviously Iron Hearts is got a card pool all the way up to like 2022. So I wanted to see how these decks at different points in time, you know, how they fare against these custom villains. So Spider-Man, here we go. Spider-Man leadership. Drawn 6. Swinging web kick. Okay, don't want lead from the front to start. Don't need a first aid. Honorary Avenger for Black Cat if I can get her out. But I don't think I'm gonna chance of me drawing her this early. And there's more of these in the deck. I like webbed up, honestly. Turn 1 webbed up. True Solo is just a little bonkers. Let's let's just keep webbed up. Backflip. Oh, I did get Black Cat. Damn. That's okay. So I can't really play it. I could play this attachment on her. Inspired. Got Aunt May. Turn 1. Let's go. Alright, so it starts with me. So I'm going to spend my mental resource and the power gloves for Black Cat. Force response after I play her, we're going to discard the top 2 and add each card of the printed mental resource to my hand. Squirrel Girl. Okay, just Squirrel Girl. Sorry if you hear my cat. He's a hungry boy, but he already ate. Just hungry again. 2, 3, 4. I need all 4 of these for webbed up, so that's what we're gonna do. Flip up, webbed up. Is that what we're gonna do? I have a backflip. I wanted to play webbed up, but with Aunt May and I had a backflip, I think we're not. Let's play Aunt May. And let's play Inspired on Black Cat. What's the best way to do this? All right. I guess we'll build it underneath her here. So Black Cat now has 2 attack, 2 thwart. We'll use her to hit for 2 with no consequential. Hit for 2 with Spider-Man, no consequential. And that's it. Ready up. Drawing 4 because I got my backflip. Okay, so this starts and goes up by 1. He is going to attack, so he's going to initiate the attack with a boost. That lets me draw a card from my Spidey senses. Another webbed up. Then he's going to resolve the attack, so we're going to decrease 1 from here. He's going to confuse me. And now our boost is 3. His attack is equal to the highest attack. Is it highest printed? No, just highest attack. So if I build up Black Cat and make her like a Voltron build, he's going to get pretty powerful. So I might want to just keep her at 2 attack here. So he attacks for 3 or 5. I'm going to backflip out of it. Just prevent it all. Then we get an encounter card. Strike of the Hammer. When revealed hero, the Super Adaptoid attacks you. If there are any adaptation attachments in play, this card gains Surge. Oof. So, yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, there are 2 sentences, right? So, I'm going to resolve the first sentence. I'll show you why this is important. Or why I feel like it might be important. So, he's going to attack me. When he attacks me, so he initiates an attack, I get to draw a card with my spider senses. I'm just going to take it this time. But Hawkeye's bow has 2 uses. So this is where it gets important. When he attacks, which is right now, we're going to remove a counter and confuse me. So I'm already confused. That's fine. But this is a card with uses, which no longer has counter. So should immediately shuffle back in. Per my understanding of uses. And maybe I'm wrong. But I think as soon as the uses are gone, it would discard. But because of Destroy the City, it says when an adaptation attachment would be discarded, shuffle it into the deck instead. So now he resolves the attack. So his attack is a base 2 plus resolve this card's when revealed ability. When revealed, resolve each when revealed ability on each side scheme. If none are in play, place 2 on each scheme. Okay, so we're going to place 2 on the main scheme. So it hits me for 2. Okay, all of that happened. All of that happened from the Super Adaptoid attacks me. Now we go to the next sentence. If there are any adaptation attachments in play, this card gains Surge. There are no longer any in play. And I'm under the impression of that's when this would check. So I don't think it surges. I think we got lucky. And maybe I'm playing it wrong, but that's how I'm playing it, baby. I like to play opposite Grim Rule. Not really, but that's what I'm calling it. Back to me. I need to get rid of this confused. Now I'm not so worried about being attacked because you can't confuse me anymore. Jump scare, baby. We're here for the jump scares. Stop. Come on. I need to install like I don't know what it's called. The noise suppressant thing. Where it just like knows to filter that out. But until then, jump scare central, baby. Okay. She might do it again. I'll try and mute it as soon as I can. So I want to get rid of the confused. Sandal Pandal. Bubba. She's all spooked. There's a thunderstorm going on. Super on edge. So let's just get rid of confused. I mean, I think I do just play webbed up. 1. I'll keep my spider tracer in case MODOK comes out. Alright, webbed up. Black Cat's gonna swing for 2. And that's it. Drawn 4. So here we go. Main scheme goes up by 1. He attacks me, but he's webbed up. So now he's stunned. Whoop. Stunned. Encounter card. Back Alley Enclave. Enclave? Yeah, Enclave. Each character gets +1 attack, and this has Surge. Captain America Shield. 10 counters on it. Okay, so this gets 10 counters. Oh, this is a cool card. I like this card. So this has 10. And this says, when forced interrupt, when Super Adaptoid would take any amount of damage, remove that many adapt counters, prevent that much damage. That's pretty cool. I like that. That is a big health chump. 10 is a lot. That's a lot. And it gets shuffled back in, so this can just like keep coming up. Yeah, I wonder if that should 10 is a lot in true solo. That's a third state. That's a third villain every time this comes out, basically. All right, well, it's back to me. Every character has +1 attack now, so I gotta remember that. So, oh, this is interesting because if every character in play has +1 attack, so let's say Spider-Man has +1 attack, so that's a 3. Then Super Adaptoid, his attack is equal to my attack, which is 3. Then he gets the +1 too, I think. So I think he's a 4 right now, which is nasty. So what do I do? I think maybe I just get my Quinn Carrier out. I need to figure out a way to thwart here, or just rush him. It's gonna be hard to rush him with this thing. Yeah, maybe I just swinging web kick. 1, 2, 3 for a swinging web kick for 8. This goes down to 2. Black Cat's gonna clear the rest of it. This shuffles in. Spider-Man's gonna smack him for 3. And that's it. Oh, do I hold Quinn Carrier? Yeah. Ooh. Good cards. This goes up by 1. He attacks me, but he's stunned. Counter card. Running at peak output. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until an adaptation attachments discard reveal it. Ant-Man. So he's got piercing now. Force response. Sorry, this comes with 3 on it. Force response when any amount of adapt counters would be placed on an attachment. Increase that amount by 1. That's bad. So I don't think that's like when it comes out. I think that's from like his ability. All right, back to me. I mean, do we just swing web 1, 2, 3? I put that out. I can't play both. Let's play 1 for a web shooter. And then 2 and a web shooter for a swinging web kick to do 8. It's down to 1. Black Cat is going to knock him out. We'll go to stage 2. He's got 20 health. Spider-Man's going to smack him for 3. And that's it. I think at this point I don't keep the Quinn Carrier. I think we're a little too far along here. Need to cycle my deck a little better. So this goes up by 1. He's going to initiate an attack against me. So we remove 1. It has piercing. I get to draw 1. Where's my other backflip? I'm just going to take it. So he's at a 4. 4 attack. +3. Of course it is. 7. All right, Aunt May is about to do work. Any schemes? When he schemes, so we get a boost. We place 2 on the attachment with the least, +1 from this. So we're going to place 3 on here. Schemes for 2 plus. Reveal this card. Discard cards until an adaptation attachment is discard. Reveal it. All right, so scheme for 2. Don't be the shield. 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 Hey, my old friend Ant-Man piercing guy. Okay. Now the bad thing is it's going to be tough to... I mean, I've got 1 turn to flip down here. And then I have to flip up and kill him. So let's Black Cat for 2. Down to 15. Is there anybody I can make the call for? Squirrel Girl. Not really. So I want to play Ant-Man here. I could play him with 4 health. 1, 2, 3, and a Sky Cycle for Ant-Man. He's gonna have 4 health on him. We can put him over here. We're just gonna keep her over here so we can build out her cards around her because it's hard to stack them. So Ant-Man's got 4 health. We could. I think we do play the Sky Cycle on him. So actually, we need to put him in his own little lane because I want to thwart for 2. Then I want a Sky Cycle. Oh, you know what I should do? I'm going to do it here in a second. Thwart for 2 again. Instead of paying with this, I'm going to pay with this. Because I'm going to flip down. Aunt May's going to heal me for 4. I'm going to use my scientist to play this. Sorry, I'm going to have to figure out a good way to make a board state for Spider-Man with the Voltron. Because it's messy. There's just no way to like stack these and see them. Or there probably is a way, I just don't know how to do it. And then I'm going to recover for 3. Actually, you know what? Instead of recovering for 3, when I was up, before I flip down, I'm going to attack him for 3. Stay at 5. Because if that shield comes out, be in trouble. Excuse me. All right, drawn 6. There's the backflip when I don't need it. This goes up by 1. He's going to scheme. So he places 2 on here plus 1 from the side scheme. So this goes up to 5. Schemes for 2 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Encounter card. Biomechanical upgrade surge. There are no minions, so this just surges into another one, which surges into an Adaptoid. When revealed, we're going to discard until it gets an attachment. Don't be the shield. Don't be the shield. Don't be the shield. It's the bow. Nice. Comes in with 2. All right. Man, we need a backflip. Or sorry, not backflip. The hell is it called? Swinging web kick. I know they're both in here though, so we need to shuffle our deck. All right, Aunt May's gonna heal me for 4. I'm up to 9. We're gonna flip up. Honestly, maybe with a lead from the front. So I'm at 3, 6, 8. With Sky Cycle 12. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. So we're gonna spend 2 and 1. Oh god. Oh god. And 1 for a Ronin. Then we're going to spend a 1 and a 2 and play lead from the front. So choose a player. Each character that player controls gets +1 thwart, +1 attack to the end of the phase. All right, and we all have +1 attack from this thing. So we're gonna go. So I'm at 4 of Spider-Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4 with Ant-Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes up to 3 damage and 4 with Ronin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead. Big dead. Nice. Yeah, I like this. I like this guy. Very simple. I do think some of the. Well, I don't know if the verbiage needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It honestly could just be my lack of rules knowledge with all the changes and stuff. But some of the timing stuff just feels weird because I know there's when they initiate an attack versus when they attack, but then uses is like as soon as it's empty, it should be discarded. So it's like, but then, so Sandy, come on. So like this bow right here, he has ranged. When does the ranged like take place? So let's just play this out real quick. And if anybody knows rules well, maybe they can let me know. But let's say he this is our situation. He's attacking me, right? So he initiates an attack against me, gets the boost. Then, yeah, I guess it's the when he attacks, not after he attacks. When. So I guess I'm trying to think. I know. Let me pull out Ultron. Because Ultron has one of those too. It's just been so long since I've played him. Where are you, buddy? Okay. When he attacks you, so this is. So I know that this happens before the attack is resolved with Ultron. You get the drone, and then he gets that +1 for that attack. So that's before damage is resolved. So that means if this follows that same verbiage, when he attacks, so before the damage is resolved, we're going to remove a counter. Let's say we're removing the last counter, which discards this. We do what it says and discards it. Now we resolve the damage. So in this case, because this is no longer in play, he wouldn't have ranged anymore, right? Because this card is just no longer in play. That's how I played it. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. I think it maybe that's exactly how I want it to be designed. In which case, then that's perfect. But who knows? We'll never know. No, we'll know at some point and ask him. But I think that's it. So I played 2 out of my 4 games against Super Adaptoid. Hopefully that you got a little taste of what he's like. I like him. I could definitely see him getting out of control in multiplayer with more of these attachments coming out. But I like the attachment for the most part. Let's see what other ones are. So we've got Captain America's shield, which is 10 extra health, which is nuts. True solo. But that kind of balances out with these 2 really pretty insignificant attachments. This one's pretty nasty. I know there's Thor's hammer, which is also pretty nasty. Is there just the 5? But we never saw this one. Iron Man's armor. He gains stalwart. When he attacks, it gains overkill. Okay, that's not horrible. I'd say that's like. This is definitely the. I want to see this most of the time because it's not bad. I'd rather see this next. I don't know. I think True Solo, that shield is the worst. Stunned is less bad than confused. What else we got in here? Those are 2 of each. 2 Thor's hammers. Oh, there's 2 shields, so he could have 20 extra health. 2 bows. 2 Iron Man armor. Yeah, I could see that swinging. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, and check you next time. Peace.